Happy Sunday. Welcome to another edition of Radical Body Transformations Live. Today's focus is going to be squats. So we're going to go over a couple different ways you can do squats. Literally, there's several dozen ways you can do squats, but the whole point is to do them. There's so many benefits to the squat besides the endorphins and everything else. But for the ladies and the men, obviously you want to get some nice glutes and some hamstrings and some quads.
Legs, inner thighs, everything. Like squats is a must.
It is. It definitely is.
Do them in any ways. Just do them.
So what we're going to do is we're going to show you some different cool ways that you can do squats with just the air. And then obviously you're going to be able to do it with some weights and stuff. And from what I'm seeing, there are some gyms opening up around the world and even in the United States. So you will have access to a gym soon. So you'll be able to do some of the cool stuff. That's right. But in the meantime, let's talk about how you can get started. So one of the most important things when you're going to get started on a body part is obviously getting the muscle stimulated beforehand. So when you're talking about squats, if we're talking about the goal, obviously, is you want to focus on the glutes. Now, this does not mean that you're going to ignore glute exercises. The squat definitely attacks the glutes, definitely attacks the hamstrings, but there are specific booty and glute exercises that you must do to incorporate to really get that full glute effect that you're looking for. But for today's purposes, we're going to show you how to get the glute muscles engaged by doing a very simple floor exercise. I'm sure you've seen it all over the internet, but we're going to do it right here for Radical Body Transformation. And so we're using a pad because these floors are very, very hard. And so we're going to do the kickbacks, knees, and the fire hydrants.
Oh yeah. These are amazing. Especially when you get a little stronger and you tie up a weight around your ankle,
right?
Then that really burns.
Yeah.
But for starters, how many reps you should do?
You should really work your way up to 20 reps. You know, obviously, you want to start low. But what she's talking about is this right here. Ankle weights, these are professional grade. These are like 10 pounds each. So when she's doing them, we have 20 pounds. We do a lot of ab work with this stuff too. But you can pick these up on rbtmarketplace.com. But you can start off lighter. So these are adjustable. You can take off the weights and stuff and make them significantly lighter. So notice what she's doing. She's kicked back to the back and high. And now she's doing to the side. This has 100 different names. Like we call it the fire hydrant for obvious reasons. Just ask our dog Armenia.
I never connected.
You never connected that, huh?
That's so funny.
It's first time for everything, right?
But so we would normally do 20 kickbacks on each leg and then 10 fire hydrants.
That's right. That's right. So what you want to do is work your way up to that. And so right there, that engages the glute muscle and the hamstring, really kind of gets you ready to do a squat. So when you're doing a squat, the muscle that's engaged is actually going to carry the workload. So if your purpose is glutes, then engage the glutes by warming up with something like that. All right, so let's start off with just a regular air squat.
All right.
Yeah. So there you go. It's a regular air squat. Nothing fancy. You've seen this all over the world.
Yeah, make sure you really stick your butt out.
Right.
To kind of like stress all of these muscles, because if you just go down like this, then that's really not feeling like anything. So
and also, you want to be careful with the drop. Talk about the knees,
Oh, yes.
I don't want to get into too much of injury and things like that because that's a long, drawn-out conversation. But you want to also be careful not to hurt your knees, but at the same time, you don't want to lose the effect. So if you're just dropping down fast, you're losing the effect of the negative.
I definitely used to do that. And I used to die from my knee pain. I was like, we gotta stop this working out. It was really, really bad. I couldn't even get out of bed. But then I switched that little technique of just being more controlled when you go down. Because as Anthony said, it's such a tiny little joint and you're putting all this, where if you go down, it's literally like stretching open. So more control with definitely put less strain on the joint and actually build the joint muscle.
That's right. That's right. Absolutely. Now, besides the squat, we'll talk about leg positioning. Do a close leg squat.
Oh yeah, those are my favorites. I don't know why, this feels easier to me. On this side. Again, make sure you really stick your glutes out.
And now let's do a wide sumo squat.
Wide is like extremely wide, with your toes sticking out, where all the pressure goes into inner thigh and inner glute. And literally push from there. Like, close your eyes and imagine those muscles pulling you up. Squeeze and pull. Squeeze and pull. Now, this may not feel like anything, but when you're doing it with weights and squeezing and pulling, those muscles burn. And that's building for you.
All right, so let's talk about the goblet squat.
Oh, yeah.
Now this, we don't have light kettlebells. This is 53 pounds.
So I'm saying, I used to do this with like a 5-pounder and then 10. You know, you just graduate to higher weight. But basically, you hold it by the horns, as they say it. Breathing. And even when you get out, like squeeze, 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 squeeze. Just squeeze those muscles. Literally, you can do these reps without the squeezing and focusing on your muscles, and you'll have half the results.
Right, that's right. It's all mind-muscle connection. It's all understanding and adding stress to the muscle. The more stress, the more pain it goes through, the better the results. And you feel great about it too. So it's funny, she was just telling me yesterday, she's like, oh, one of the days that we took a rest day, right? And you were like, what was it you were saying? That now I'm one of these people where I don't feel good unless I'm working out?
Yeah, I was like, I literally thought that was a hoax. Like, people just said it for internet purposes, you know, to seem cool. But honestly, yeah, I definitely feel a little more.
It's what happens after 3 months. After 3 months, you start, like, it becomes a part of you. It becomes a part of your life. You start missing, you know, that's why you see everybody was missing the gym. I had friends of mine that were crying about the gym closing, you know. So the fact is that in 3 months at doing anything, you're going to be able to, it's going to be a part of your heart and your soul, and you're going to feel like you're missing it. And that's when you know you got bit by the health bug. When
my mom says it's follow it through a 1 whole lunar cycle.
Yeah, exactly.
But that's 21 days, and isn't that how you and Carlos started?
That's right.
You guys literally, when they started their weight loss journey, they went 21 days straight, which is a lunar cycle.
Yeah.
And so once you do that, it kind of just becomes a habit, and it's much easier to maintain. So again, if you're having a hard time to committing, you know, and scheduling, push yourself. For only 21 days, it's nothing.
Exactly. All right, let's show them the thruster.
Yeah. All right.
And while she's doing the thruster, I'm going to read some of your questions if you have any. Let me see here. Thank you, Fit Daddy. Okay, so the thruster. So notice what she's doing here. We're doing 2 things when we're doing the thruster. We're also doing the shoulders. This is also done a lot when you're doing HIIT sessions. High intensity interval training, which is a great fat burner. So there you go, the thruster. It's accomplishing a lot. Legs, glutes, I mean, you name it.
And we go heavy with these. Like, if these seemed a little light, we definitely push ourselves, we put more weight. Even if we get to only 5 reps or whatever, keep increasing the weight.
That's
right. The only way you're gonna build muscle.
You're gonna gain and you're gonna add pressure to it. All right, so right now what I like to do is show them the pistol squat off of the bench. Okay, this right here is amazing. It works on core, it works on balance. So you put one leg out like a pistol. See that? So this is a lot of pressure on the hamstring and quads. That's right.
I feel it.
And the glutes. So you switch legs. Now, Now you can get a high chair and do this. If you really want to challenge yourself, you go for the gusto. Go a little low. And then eventually you do it without it. Again, these are simple things that you can do at home. Oh yeah, huge difference.
If you wanna use your child's high chair, it's nice and easy.
Right. So show them the jump side to side squats.
Oh yeah, these ones are really easy and they're actually fun. Get your heart pumping.
Beautiful. And now another version of this is the squat leg raise, right? So squat leg raise.
Mm-hmm. Like
High
this.
as you can.
Sideways, yeah?
Yeah. Those are awesome. Now, if you really want to turn things up a notch, you do the jump squat onto the box. So it's like a box jump, but we do 2 squats up, 2 squats down. So 1, 2, boom. 1, 2, boom. 1, 2. And what you do is you ladder yourself up. Excellent,
Don't
excellent.
forget the knees.
Oh, yeah, that's
I
right.
always forget the knees. I get into this mode. I think I'm in a music video. And I just go up and down and then the next day I just suffer from knee pain.
Alright, so we do thrusters with this. So if you have bands, if you don't, go to rbtmarket.com, pick up some bands. But you can do the same thing we did with the dumbbells with these bands right here. And the great thing about these bands is that it tells you the weights, 10 pounds, 15 pounds, 20 pounds, 30 pounds, 50 pounds. So you can do these things and it has the same exact effect as a dumbbell.
Actually, you can multitask and
that's right.
do this and this.
That's right, yes.
You want the shoulders,
You
right?
can also do arm curls with them too as well. There's so many different things, you know? Yeah.
Squat and arm curl.
Yeah.
I like
those are
getting
amazing
2 in
squats.
1.
Alright, so the Kang squat.
Yeah. This
So
is
it's like
fun.
a squat with a good morning,
Like
to be
this.
honest with you.
Like that?
Yeah. So, you know, she's getting the glutes, but also the good morning. If you put your hands behind your back, like you're holding a, there you go. The good morning does an amazing job on the lower back. And what happens when you work on the lower back? Guess what gets lifted when the lower back is worked on? The glute.
And also, your spine gets amazing amount of support. Look at these muscles that we've built. I don't have any more back pain after my second child
Yeah.
due to these lower back muscles.
Yeah.
So important.
So do the walking. This is like what you do when you're in a pool at the resort.
That's funny.
When the pool is like 4 feet and you're walking like this, you know. So it's similar, but so these are simple exercises that you can do. I mean, there's so many more. Let me see what questions you guys have here. This is definitely made squats more interesting for me. Very good, awesome, awesome, very good. Anybody have any questions about squats? Oh, I pushed the wrong button.
You want to know my least favorite exercise? Well, we make sure to get these at least once a week. But like literally, I don't want to do this ever. I strongly dislike them.
That's right. Bulgarian, well, the split squats, really.
Yeah, the split.
These are amazing. Yeah. These are wonders for the quad and the glutes. Oh, forget it. These are great. And these you can do literally anywhere, off of steps, anything.
And these have so many variations too. You can do it with your leg lifted up, or you can do it like this with weight on you. Like just keep doing this, right? Putting stress on the same foot, right? on the Smith machine.
That's right.
There's actually a couple variations.
There's so many different things. I mean, we're going to teach you guys more and more as more episodes come out, but we're just giving you like a brief summary. But the whole point is that you guys should really be doing this, sending us pictures and videos of you doing, tagging us. In fact, we have a 10 push-up challenge. So we'd love for you guys to get involved. Send us your videos and clips of you doing the 10 push-up challenge, because it only starts with 1 push-up. So I don't care if you didn't make it to 10, just do as many as you can. Tag us and we'll put it on our page.
You want to start the challenge now?
Yeah, sure.
Do our 10?
We'll do our 10.
Let's do our 10 right now, live.
You guys.
We're supposed to tag 10 people, so watch out. We're coming for you. Alright, let's do it.
More, but it's okay. Keep going.
I did 10.
Okay.
10 was a challenge number.
That's it.
I could do 20.
Tag
If you would do 20 push-up challenge, I want to do that challenge.
Yeah. That's right. Teresa's up for challenges.
Oh my gosh, I used to never like the push-ups, and literally 1 is all I could do. And Anthony was like, just give me 1 deep one. Don't do the half like hunched over grandma push-up. We would just be like, do a good one, a legit one.
Yeah.
And that's how we started. We didn't go for 5 fake ones. We did 1 good one and that's it. And it really...
So the sissy squat, these machines are at the gym. This actually was like $75 and shipped like next day.
These I love. It literally feels like you're dead.
But notice here there's a lot of momentum in this one. So if you go slower, okay,
It gets harder.
it gets harder. So even hold. So you do that, you go down there, you hold, come on up. And then of course you can add weights to your sides. So for example, she would use these dumbbells. And then one of her recent posts, she had 2 45-pound plates on each arm to it.
And again, at the end, make sure to give that little squeeze.
That's right, that's right. So there's so much controversy behind this. Don't go low, go halfway. Listen, do what feels right to you. Everybody is different. Get it? Everybody is different. So don't worry about it. All right, so. So
Anthony's new slogan, all I know is how to look like this in 9 months.
So, all right, so something else that's really cool is doing a squat while you're doing battle ropes, which this is awesome. There's so many home versions. Okay, so we're gonna do some battle rope squats. Up and down, up and down, up and down. Make sure you're in the camera, yeah. There you go, come closer so you're in the camera and go up and down, pulsing.
Am I camera now?
Yeah. Now?
Ideally it would be longer, so
Yes.
it was really just a CC to have waist.
Alright, so now we keep going.
Okay.
I want you to do half reps from the floor down. There you go. So you can do like pulsing squats. These add more pressure and it adds a little variation. So these are really cool to do. And then of course the overall goal, your overall purpose, if you want to gain some muscle, if you really want to achieve great things with your legs and your glutes, is you obviously have to add weight. You obviously have to add some weight to your squat game. And so today we're going to show you just a little bit of Teresa. Now Teresa, when she first started squats, was it 3 or 4 months ago? She literally struggled with just the bar and then like 5 pounds on each side. Today, her PR is 2 of these 45-pound plates, which let me see if I can move this over. All right, so here we go. So look at her depth and look at her range. She's going down, she's She's also not dropping down fast, protecting the knees. And so she's doing a traditional squat with her legs placement fine and traditional. Very good. So she's worked her way up. She's done.
Saving myself for you guys to show the rest of the exercise properly.
All right, so that was regular. Then of course we do the same thing with the legs closed, right?
Yep.
So we'll show you what that is all about. Yeah. And now just so you know, we bought this right here for the shoulders.
I couldn't do it without this.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah. There we go. So her legs are close together. And believe it or not, this weight is a lot even for guys. Guys warm up with 45-pound plates. So for a newbie to get to this point, pretty awesome. And so, I mean, talk to them about the process of how to get to a point where you're basically warming up with 45-pound plates on your squat game.
It's basically all about challenging yourself for the next weight. Now everybody says challenge yourself, but doesn't give you directions on how to exactly do it. So basically when we started, you just start with a bar. You know, there's weights that move from 10 pound to 25 pound to 35 pound to 45 pound for a reason. So when you do a 10 pound weight on each side and you go low, let's say you can only go to 90 degrees and come up, right? That means you haven't perfected that yet, right? You have to perfect going low with that before you can
let's show
increase
you how you can
the weight.
perfect it. You can perfect it by having a bench, this is also another form of a squat. You could squat to the bench.
So you can squat just to touch it to know that you went as low as this chair is.
Right.
Right? If you have any like flexibility issues. But this is definitely not going to give you the results that the low drop is going to give you.
However, you can do rest pause squats on these.
Oh yeah, those are really
which
hard.
is another.
You
You rest.
and then you literally go.
Right. So you're basically starting from ground zero and putting all the force and pressure on the lift off of again.
But basically when we do exercises, we do each exercise 4 times, right? So you have 4 opportunities to increase your weight and shock the muscle and confuse the muscle and challenge yourself that way. So, something happened. So basically, okay. Yeah, so the first time, if you're going with 10 pounds, next set, go with 25 pounds. Just put more weight, and even if you can't do, let's say, 10 reps, again, like Anthony always says, just give me good one, deep one, you know? We've just graduated to the 245 plates on each side, which is collectively 225 pounds. Now with those, I haven't been able to go really, really deep, like really deep. I go just about like 90 degrees and then I chicken out, I go up because I feel like if I go down, I'll just like drop back. So
well, she actually did go down and then I had to help you up.
So yeah, like you have to have a gym partner if you want to go heavy.
Yes, that's right.
But again, like so let's say I'm struggling with that way, right? And so then we make goals. Now our goal is to get to 10 deep squats with 245 plates. How do we get there is we make sure 100% every single week we have a squat session. Like we kill the legs. We have like...
Sometimes we have 2.
Yeah, sometimes we have...
3.
If we have 2 sessions a day, that means we have 9 sessions a week. If we're doing like... We have basically maximum of 9 sessions a week if we do that. That gives us, again, more opportunities to hit the squats.
But there's a lot of variables. Rest, food, right? And frequency. Rest, food, and frequency. And how well you rest, you know, how well you recover. It's so important that you have enough rest. Otherwise, so that's why when we're training, it's really based around, because I'm with her all day, so I know exactly what's going on. I basically give the best. That's basically what she can put out, what her output can give.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I feel like food is even more important than rest, because I don't rest, unfortunately, still, because my 2 kids keep me up almost like 3-4 times. They wake me up to pee-pee, to do this, to do that. So I don't really rest. My maximum sleep hours are interrupted 6 hours. But because I eat the right nutrition, pre-workout, post-workout, and I have the right training, acceleration techniques, you know, I think that's why my growth is happening. So it's so totally possible to grow within 3 months. I'm shocked, honestly, that I could do 20 push-ups, I could do 245 plates, and in such a short
So
amount
many
of
other
time.
things. Her deadlift is, I don't know, what's your deadlift PR?
It was 225.
225,
Yeah, well, I did like 4 reps of that.
Pretty amazing.
I told my grandpa, I can lift 2 of you. He's like, no way. I bodybuilded when I was young, and I
said
can't
to
even
her,
do that.
pound for pound, if she was a guy, she'd be stronger than me. Like, if, you know, pound for pound, when you analyze how fast, I mean, I did what I did pretty fast. But what she's doing is pretty amazing. But
You know, talk about putting something in the universe. Since the day we met, he kept calling us the beauty and the beast. It's just happening.
No, I said,
Yeah,
we're
beast
like Beauty and
powers.
the Beast. But I said, honey, don't ever let anybody call you Beast.
But now they can.
That's right. That's right. They're going to call her Beast for the right reason. All right, so guys, we want to invite you to the next episode, which I think is going to be for Father's Day. When's Father's Day?
July or
Is it?
June 28th or something.
I have to check the calendar.
Sorry. I wasn't born in this country. That's my excuse when I don't remember the
Father's
name.
Day. It's June 16th, so that would be
Oh my gosh.
next
Gotta
Sunday,
get you a
right?
gift now.
So I think that's next Sunday.
Coming.
Anyway, or around the next time we do this,
Let me see
I think we're
somebody's-
gonna have a video for Journeys of Super Fit Dads, and I think we're gonna have a good buddy of mine. We'll send
Thanks,
the poster
Samantha.
out, about it. It's gonna be amazing. So we're gonna talk about dad bods. We're gonna talk about, you know, making lifestyle changes, what it's like to be a dad, what it's like to incorporate your kids into fitness, your wife, your family. It's pretty amazing. So guys, tune in. I know there's been a lot of lady stuff, which the guys can do as well, but we are gonna talk some guy stuff too.
Or I'll be torturing him.
Yeah, well, she's gonna be training me, right? One more rep. But we invite you guys to do the push-up challenge. Thank you for watching today. We actually have to train her as well. I think we're doing legs today, right? We actually are gonna do some squats and a bunch of stuff. We're gonna solidify the 245-pound plate. We're just gonna make sure that's solid. So every time we reach a PR, we take a step back and we do a couple things just to make sure that that PR was real, and then we just shatter that record and we just go insane. So
I love the goals that we have. In fact, we're actually drawing something up on the wall, like with the exercises, the amount of reps, with the amount of pounds that are our goals.
yes.
Because I mean, otherwise, you lose the stamina. Yeah, you need
So
it.
we're excited because the documentary is coming out this month. We'll be making
Actually,
big
on
announcements.
Father's Day,
yeah,
no?
should
June
be,
16th.
yeah. We'll make announcements about its release. It's called From Fat Lolly to Six Pack Lolly. The ultimate transformation story. It basically gives you everything behind the scenes. We talk about everything under the sun. You see a bunch of things. You wouldn't be surprised. You'll be so surprised at the stuff that you're gonna learn from the documentary.
You see, as deep butt crack.
That's right. As deep as my butt crack. But
Literally, you see his skin surgery, everything. I don't want to give up a lot of secrets, but it's a good story to watch and get inspired by.
We're excited, and thank you guys for tuning in. Any questions, any comments, just DM us, message us. Radical Body Transformations. If you're not on it already, you should be on our Facebook community group. We recently switched it over, so Radical Body Transformations on Facebook and Radical Body Transformations on Instagram. And of course, you can follow me, Anthony Lally, and Teresa. She's now posting some of her workout achievements.
Like highlights of the week.
Highlights of
kind
the week
thing,
and stuff. It's amazing how much she's motivating people. You guys are reaching out to us. Thank you so much. And we'll see you for the next episode, yeah?
Have a great Sunday, guys.
You too.